Well, Rishi Sunak and Sajid Javid may have been the best known and most senior figures to resign from Boris Johnson's government, but they are not alone. The party's vice chair, Bim Afellami, Andrew Morrison, who was a trade envoy, and 3 parliamentary private secretaries, the lowest rung of government, Jonathan Gullis, Sakib Bhatti and Nicola Richard, have all quit. A swathe of the Prime Minister's cabinet, though, has said it will still support him, including figures like the Foreign Secretary Liz Truss, Home Secretary Priti Patel, Nadine Dorries and Dominic Raab. So is that support enough to help Boris Johnson survive? Our Deputy Political Editor Sam Coates reports now on a PM under pressure and on the brink.
This is what loyalty used to look like. These 2 men now leading the efforts to oust Boris Johnson. A drive that's intensified tonight, but has not, so far, succeeded. Despite a raft of resignations, the Prime Minister remains in number 10. Rebels now hope he will not be in there for long.
Well, I think he's lost the support of most of the Conservative Party. It's very difficult to find a Conservative MP who privately supports him, and I think it's inevitable that he will be gone sooner rather than later. The exact timing, who knows? If he won't resign, then it'll be up to the party to force him out.
Do you think that Boris Johnson will be gone before recess?
If I was a betting man, I'm not, but I think it's more likely that he'll be gone than not gone.
Removing the Prime Minister will not be easy. Current party rules mean he's safe from a leadership challenge for another year. But that could change if rebels take control of rewriting those rules.
We've got the 1922. They'll announce tomorrow the rules and the timetable for elections to the executive. I think we'll have an executive elected now who will be pro-rule change, and whatever the cabinet do, we will be changing. I think we'll be changing the rules before summer recess to remove the Prime Minister, have a second confidence vote within 12 months.
This is the most dangerous moment of the Prime Minister's political career. Not parties that brought him here, but the disastrous handling of Chris Pincher's resignation.
It's remarkable that the departure of somebody few had heard of from a job not many know about could engulf the government in a crisis of this scale. But despite those cabinet resignations, it's not clear that's enough to get Boris Johnson out of office. To do so, more than half of the Conservative Parliamentary Party need to decide they want a change of Prime Minister.
Rebel Tories appealing to their colleagues to take action.
We can't go on like this, and I think that's going to be a matter for all of my colleagues, those in government and those on the backbenches, about what steps we now need to take to deal with it.
Have the last 72 hours changed things? Are more people putting in letters, more steps being taken to oust Boris Johnson as Prime Minister?
I don't know whether they are, but I think what's happened over the last few days will have changed people's opinions. These are very serious matters. They don't appear to have been handled properly at the beginning, and the way they're being handled now, I think, is signs of a Downing Street that isn't properly run.
Another difficult day will dawn for Boris Johnson tomorrow. A 2-hour grilling by a committee of MPs on integrity and the rule of law, as well as Prime Minister's questions. Opponents in front of him, now with even more enemies behind him. Sam Coates, Sky News, Westminster.